Can Crypto Billy please report to the front office? Can Crypto Billy please report to the front office? You're in deep doo-doo. We're going to call your parents. BioMEX also report to the main office. BioMEX, please report to the main office. You were caught cutting with Crypto Billy. We saw you guys on the cameras. You have detention, and we want you in the front office now. Thank you. Bam, shout out to everybody here. We're back again with another beautiful live stream. Shout out to each and every one of you. Some buys coming in there. Not enough to give us a short squeeze there, but some good buys coming on in for Bitcoin. Bit of a long squeeze today. Been a sideways day. Not too many liquidations. A few came in there earlier in the day. We've been flat for the last hour, hour and a half area. So liquidity for BOOKMAP and stuff like that. We're going to break it down for you. See what I see. First things first, though, let's put the lemon into the water. I am super thirsty. I don't know about you. I was out in the yard working hard. Then I took a nice shower, and now I'm back ready to go. But I'm thirsty. I was sweating a lot. So let me just get some hydration in me. Wow. I didn't know I realized how thirsty I really was. Everyone who knows why we're here knows why we're here. We're here for Bitcoin, all right, and the candle close. All right, that's what we want to do here. So we're gonna watch the monthly candle close for Bitcoin, which just happened actually 15 minutes ago. We're not gonna watch it. Sorry, forgive me for saying that. But we're gonna take a look at the candle. We're gonna break it down. We're gonna talk about it. Liquidity still a little closer. Whenever you have closer liquidity, you usually go up and grab it, even if you have this lower band. They've been down here at 28.5 for days now. We have still yet to fill it. It's one of the longest times I've seen liquidity hang out in the same area for that amount of time. Behind me, you can see massive Bitcoin buys getting people buying into Bitcoin right now. Huge buys into Litecoin, right? Link getting bought up, Ethereum, Dogecoin. It just is a frenzy compared to yesterday and the weekend. That volume is back. A lot of Matic getting bought, XRP. People are expecting a bit of a move here. People are packing their bags. I mean, look at the flow of money that's flowing into cryptocurrency. It is out of control. It's insane. So that's a lot of money. That's insane. That's happening as we speak. Let's take a look at BTC USD on Binance, and we'll take a look at this monthly candle close. Get rid of the moving averages. Take a look at what we're seeing and break it down for you like we do every single day here on the channel. Shout out to everybody on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. All right, now hold our breath. Get ready. Here we go. Thought someone, hello, is someone here? No. All right. Thought someone was creeping behind me, but I guess I'm just seeing things. Hallucinations. Hallucinations. All right. So the monthly is getting a little overbought. That's interesting. I thought we were more oversold, but the monthly is overbought. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green months in the last 7 months. It's been a good 2023 for Bitcoin, right? We started off in January, and it's just been a bang ever since. The monthly clearly broke above the monthly resistance, and now it really has to come till it can hit the monthly, the next monthly resistance, which sits at about 34,700. It has beautiful monthly support at 27,374, 27,400. Highly unlikely to break that, as that is a strong 2 months. Did not close below that zone. So monthly holding, and then we even have this area here, which we're kind of right above where this candle closed. We're kind of hanging out right there. This candle would close at 29,300. Interesting how 29.3 has been a battleground for Bitcoin the last few days. It is the monthly support of resistance that we've been battling over and over again. So let's talk about it. Let's break it down. The next monthly candle closes in 1 month and a day. Let's see if we can see it here on the map. So let's talk about it. The monthly candle was bearish. All right. It opened at 30,465 up in here. All right. That's when the month started in July, 30,465. The high would be 31,875 on the month. All right. The candle would close at 29,336, right? Yep. And it would go as low as 28,981. So it would go as high as 31,875, as low as 28,981. It opened at 31,465, and it would close at 29. It would lose $1,130 on the month, down 3.7%. Not an engulfing, as you can see. This monthly candle clearly took the cake, as was one of the biggest monthly candles. What a big move for Bitcoin, up 11% on itself in 1 month. So we watch right now. This monthly candle is holding at this support zone. And as long as we can close a candle, we close this candle really right at support at 29,336. We couldn't close a candle below the previous support zone. So previous support becomes, or previous resistance becomes new support. That's an area that we would look for the monthly to hang on out. If we lose that, you look for the monthly to come test this zone one more time at about 28,500, which is interesting because it's also like a daily area, but it's also a monthly area. If we lose that, you're looking to test 27,182. You lose that, you have no really monthly support until you get to 23,500. So we'll go from there, but that is your monthly candle close for Bitcoin. Very interesting times to be alive. All right, and then we're going to take a look at Bitcoin, you know, on the inner ideas. But that's what I see. You know, that's pretty good idea here. As long as this monthly candle closes above this level here, and we'll keep this kind of on ice and we'll watch this closely, we're in pretty good shape. You know, another thing that I showed on the monthly that I haven't really talked about a lot, but I mentioned briefly a few times, and I'll mention it again here on the all-time history index for Bitcoin. All right. If we go to the monthly and we take a look at this RSI mainly and price action, we can clearly see an uptrend here and a downtrend there from swing to swing. Hidden bullish divergence on the monthly does suggest we will make a high higher than this high. And usually you don't make a low, you don't hit monthly. This is what happens when I see hidden bullish. Two things occur. All right. Just you make a high higher than these highs somewhere up in here, even if you retrace down somewhere eventually, but you do make this high and you break this structure, you always break the high. Number two, what will happen is it's very unlikely to make a low anywhere lower than the two lows that make up, you know, like this line and this line. It's just very rare to make a low lower than that. So you can see some pullback, some action, but it's more like it's very likely Bitcoin eventually makes its way to the upside. You know, look at that, that's 2029. So I mean, even if it makes a move kind of somewhat like, even if it's just slightly subtle, I mean, any 26, I mean, anything could happen for Bitcoin. We're so close, but to me, we have already bottomed by the weekly bullish divergence. It's a beautiful time to be alive, and I like what I'm seeing for this monthly hidden bullish divergence on BTC. Let's go back into the Coinbase chart. Let's look at my smaller time frames. Remember, stuck on the weekly. I've been talking about the weekly, saying as long as the weekly stays above the 200 SMA, we are good to go. And so far, the 200 SMA is here. Price action's up there. We have a ways to go. The 3-day chart, same thing. Kind of, you know, a bit of a cup and handle here that could break out. The measured move I have stuck up at 37,317. Right. Our daily candle still in a falling wedge that we've been watching closely. And then our 4-hour has just been stuck in the zone. I'm going to start deleting this. I must have been on like the 1 hour doing what I was doing, or the 1 minute this morning. So let's break it down. We were in this symmetrical triangle really when the morning began. That's kind of really how it all started. It broke out a little bit, came back inside the pattern, acted like it broke out, broke back, acted like it was going to leave, broke back inside, attempting to get back inside. 4-hour actually reset pretty nicely, which is strange. It reset really fast with wicks to the upside, showing a double bottom here for Bitcoin. There's an eerily strong sense of bullishness for Bitcoin, even though, and you know why? It's because I sense fear. And the fear and greed index is not really, to me, it gives you, whenever there's heavy fear and it's time to buy, it's pretty good. But not every day, to me, does it get the sentiment correct. There's some days where I feel so much more fear and it just doesn't put the fear out there. I just don't see it or hear it or smell it. Look at this. We got liquidity everywhere now. It's all around us. If you look at it, really swimming in liquidity. I'd be highly surprised if we don't come up and test 29.5 up into the 29,800 region. It just suggests that we do that. We could easily get rejected, right? And that is probably the top of the range here. Bottom of the range, top of the range, bottom of the range. You come back to the top of the range. 1 hour interesting, had that time to dip, but could not break it. Remember, all day we sat there thinking, well, we're going to go lower. Are we going to go lower? And, you know, kind of had it even in, you could say it was in a bearish retest, but I like this double bottom here for Bitcoin, even almost triple bottom. This daily, this weekly, it's so interesting because we called this on Monday morning. Always remember this, Monday the 24th, because it looks strong on the 7-minute chart. If you remember this with me, if you've been watching me every single day, you remember when we called this bottom. It's been holding. And honestly, that divergence could carry us all the way through this gap here to the upside of the VRVP. I want to see us break through this gap of the VRVP. I'm keen on it. I've been watching it. We got to flip the 200 SMA on the 1 hour. We almost did it there. I mean, we lost it so fast with this double top. But so far, you know, Monday could have given us way more pain, and it eventually just kind of milled out, went sideways. There's a chance the bears were trying to break us. I remember we were watching these flags on the smaller time frames this morning, and eventually the divergence, see there, we found that divergence, and then one more divergence, and eventually price action would play out. However, on the small time frames, you see this rounded bottom. Yes, I get it. Kind of a flag even. If we look at it, it's a bit of a flag right now that we're waiting on. And that could easily break to the downside as well, or to the upside. I guess it's a symmetrical triangle. I'd have to call it as such. Hold control, and you can duplicate anything you need. Cool thing about control is you could hit shift and shift, right? Or what I see people do is like they can click this and this. Or they'll do something like this, then they'll make another line off of it. I can't explain. Make a line off of it, hit control, and somehow all right. Maybe I have to turn on something in there. I thought you could hold shift and highlight them both, but the control will grab them both. Anyway, not doing it at the moment. Point of the story is this is a symmetrical triangle. It's actually got an ascending triangle vibe. Oh man, it's an ascending triangle. It's almost, ascending triangle, symmetrical. It's a little bit in the middle. Both of them are 50-50 bilateral patterns, so it doesn't matter. But if you really want to check it out, this is your 1 minute, which has been consolidating all day sideways since we fell down here. That's been the 1 minute all day. It is a rounded bottom, and we did hit a nasty point here and came back to the upside. Some could say it's a, complex inverted head and shoulder, right? Man, I still like to check it sometimes as an indicator. Not going to be the fan on the G and F. Not going to bet the farm on the G and F. Up and down, just take what the market gives you and be blessed. Amen. Shout out to Blue Ridge Crypto. If you give the people God, give you everything on the right time. Back, Jonathan Blessed, to be a giver. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Shout out to the fan funding. Shout out to Satoshi Live. Shout out to Billy Goat, reporting for duty. Shout out to BioMEXC, TaxMax in the house. We love you, brother. Shout out to Hannah King, gifting 1 Crypto Lifer membership. We love you, Hannah. Thank you for jumping on in. Shout out to Satoshi Love, gifting 1 crypto membership. And we love you, and we thank you for that. I can tell I was working hard on the farm today. Jeez Louise. Shout out to you, Sam. Shout out to you, man. God bless you, brother. We out here. What up, boys? Shout out to Vincent Mark. Shout out to the lifers. Shout out to my lifers, everyone out here on the live. 130 people. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I don't know why I have to ask every single time, but it would be awesome if we could do it. Let's get the likes all the way up. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. 8:30 at night. What a fast Monday. I remember just waking up. The day went by like this. I tell you right now, time is going to go by faster than we ever realized. Before we know it, it's going to be the next halving. And everyone's going to be like, did you pack your bags? Did you get the right coins? And people are going to be like, oh, I forgot. I waited. I listened to this. I listened to that. You got to stick to your plan. You got to make a plan. You got to have a plan. Crypto Billy, do you got a plan? I know he does. Watch. Ready? Crypto Billy, you got a plan? Watch what he says. He's going to be like, you know I got a plan, buddy. Don't ask me about my plans. Danny Lee, do you got a plan? Player X, do you got a plan? Little Time Mining, do you have a plan? Right? Techno Tribe, do you have a plan? Are you religious? I'm spiritual. I believe in God, and I know there's a higher power out there. Just got back from the gym and then jumped straight on your stream just when it started. Kyler Vero, we love you. It should be automatically like as soon as we jump into the live. Crypto Bellico. Billy, you're not here to dangs. You're funny. I've got big plans, all kinds of plans for sure. Caspa, baby. Billy always has a plan. He believes in Bitcoin. Billy got big plans. Lifting pains in crypto gains. You gotta love it, man. That's more than enough, baby. What's my plan? On the plan now with the lifer. Shout out to lifer Adam. I love you, man. Looking for 29.4 rejection. Watch for the Vera area low to fall off there. My plan is to rock with the lifer forever. Big Wick Energy. I love you, brother. Just ran 2 miles with my frog, man. We love your frog, brother. Hope he's all right. And it's 80% hodl, 20% trade with monthly income, my man. My plan is in motion, my friend. Amen. What's a man without one? Shout out to Stack McChange in the house. We are the plan. I am the plan. Buck Nasty has the plan. He makes the plan. He created the plan. You ignore me. We invest in Christian churches in Laos. We convince them to go to XRP. What are your thoughts? I'd never ignored you, man. It's so weird. Whatever you tell people to do, I can't tell you what to do, or I can't advise you financially on what a church does with their money. I hope you guys made a beautiful decision. If you don't have a plan, don't hesitate and take the trading course. That's your best plan. Shout out to Seize the Day, my man. Yeah. Calling 28K. Why is this? Isn't it VAL, or will they fake us out? I don't listen to other people's plans, man. I don't know who you're, you know. I've learned so much from you, and I've been in a different monthly crypto group for mentoring, and they are now just tapping into leverage trading plays for everyone in the group. I've learned so much from you, and I've been in a different monthly trading group for mentoring, and they now are just tapping into leverage. Why are you in a different trading group? Get your butt back in our group and get out of there. What's wrong with you? Dear Mensch, Tranch, you got latch means plans and got last. But the lifers are fluid. Yeah, it's okay. But now I'm about to join crypto lifers groups very soon. Jump on in, man. We love you. Non-religious, honestly, many religions from different forms of control. Just hold on and keep getting better is my plan. Amen. My plan involves Bitcoin, ETH, and Theta. I was waiting for the price to go lower. So a lot of people were. You know, if you wait for the price to go lower, you may never get the price to come where you want it to go. Some people are waiting for Bitcoin to come to the perfect price. You know what? They've been waiting. They're still waiting. They never bought Bitcoin, you know? So the 1 minute chart says that we're getting tight in the zone, and we have a nasty resistance that Bitcoin just can't get back above. And that's going to be sitting at 29,259. Resistance, resistance, wick up, resistance, resistance, resistance. And if we break up or down, you can see kind of where we're going. So sideways price action again throughout the day. 10-minute chart also. We get to our 15-minute. It's bearish more at the top of the channel. Not really giving us the love that we want here. More sideways price action. All day, we just look at that chop. Just nasty. Look at that. Just nasty. The 1 hour, even worse. Just up or down all day long. Just nasty chop. And the 4 hour getting reset without giving back a lot. And a giant bit of a double Adule Bouton here for Bitcoin. So you say what you want. That's a double bottom and a gap in the VRVP with a high volume node in waiting. Bitcoin 29,665 breaks through these highs, right? And reclaims and then does a retest and goes for 30,300. Breaks above that weekly support and resistance at 29,003 that we talked about. Only time will tell. But right now, that's a double bottom for Bitcoin and, you know, almost a triple bottom. So 4 hour is somewhat bullish. 1 hour is somewhat bullish. Can the 1 minute, you know, so I'd watch the smaller time frame to see if it can break us out of this to the upside. Honestly, as funny as that sounds on a Monday night. And if we can get above this resistance, we can begin to grow and go for these two highs here at about 29,474. So we break through these, then we go for these. All right. Smaller time frames will give you the zone. Once we get above 30,300, I would begin to long bigger, like a bigger, more macro idea. Until then, I'm still bearish. You know, overall, big time frames stay you know, from the 1 hour to the 4 of these areas here, I'm a little bearish because we have to get back above some key areas of support and resistance. All right. 7 minute does have an inverted head and shoulder, as I can see it there on the 1. Right. Shoulder, head, and a right shoulder inverted. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate you, brother. Shoulder, head, and a shoulder. Can we break to the upside? Measured move isn't that high. It's wick to wick from the neckline. Just gets it. But, and also, could we pump up to the 200 SMA? Monday night, scalper could possibly move to the upside. We'll keep that on ice as we talk about some other things. DYDX on my radar. Getting tighter and tighter in the zone. Daily wanting to push to the upside. Market structure is a little funny, but you have a low, you have a high, you have a higher low, you have a higher high, you have a higher low. Can we put in another higher high? The 50 is curving up, coming for the 200 SMA, somewhat front running that golden cross. We have this falling wedge. We could fall back down to the wedge, and then I drew this trend line. getting tight in the zone. Not your best pattern, funky kind of spot, but we're getting tighter in the zone, and there's a chance that the daily does want to break to the upside. 4 hours getting a little high for me. I'd possibly set a couple alerts on this. Watch it closely, but DYDX could be getting some love here on the daily time frame for a bigger move to the upside. All right, so I'm watching it on the daily, the 22. Sorry, I put that back. And I mean, and the move is substantial. We're talking a possible 120, 119% gains coming out of DYDX. That would take you from $2.13 all the way up to about $5.33. Again, all right. And these are the decentralized exchanges where coins could just come off and make some serious gains. My trade, the MEXC token trade, just sitting so flat. Sometimes I mention my trades. I don't always, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to push people into trading because I'm in a trade. That's the main reason. Just because I just, you know. But we're going to wait out this 22-hour yet again. It got pretty high, but we didn't get the love we wanted. We got rejected by 278. We're still in profit at 272, but just very, very, very barely. 4 hour, however, is back to oversold again and getting tight in the moving averages. And we're just still tight inside the zone. So I'm going to continue to rock the tightness. If we lose this, we drop to this area, I'll leave the chart alone. I break even at about 268, 267, right around here. So I can still hold from this little move here. But if Bitcoin has a nasty dump, it'll take everything to the downside. I'm still watching this on the 3-day. The bigger charts say, hey, we can get a bit of a move to the upside. 4 hour also came back down, and we didn't get a lot of pain. You know, the 1 hour is down too as well at 272.77. If Bitcoin gets that little ripper to the upside and we can break, if this can break this resistance here, right there, we can break above 280. Oh my goodness. We can zoom up to 297. Then my stop, I'll be in profit, and we'll go from there. So I'm sitting in a very tight trade right now for MX token. It's been tight, all right? So I like to trade MX token on MEXC, all right? If I were to sell all my MEXC tokens right now, I got about 9,359. So I'm just showing you how much I have in the trade invested in this move. You know, I get a 10% move. I'm making $900, 99, you know, $930. I get the move that I want out of this, right? Which is a possible 50% gain. I mean, we're you know, we're going to be taking home about $4,500. So that could be one of a few trades this month that could get me into the $12,000, $16,000 a month region in the tight bear market, right? And so, you know, you want to make $16,000 a month trading times 10 in the bear run, you know, 160,000. Actually, it's times 12, right? You're just clearing like 192 easy while you're building bags of bigger things too. You know what I mean? So, and the people that make a lot of money, I'm telling you right now, the least amount of trades, the better. People think that you have to trade all day long. It's about specifically calculated trades. For me, you know, you do what makes you happy. I'm just telling you kind of how it works for me. I used to trade way more when I was a beginner trader, and then I got intermediate, and the more and more I traded, the less I traded, you know. Ragsy had good things to say about Sammy Saturday in Vegas. She enjoyed the interview, speaking the truth. It was warming to her. Crypto Billy, man, she's an amazing person, and it was really nice to have her. I wish I could have been there at the party, man. But it was nice to know that I was talked about in good spirits, and that the lifer was alive and well in conversation. God bless you, Crypto Billy, man. First time joining a class, would you recommend your one-on-one or your group course? I would recommend the group course. Why drain yourself for $300 when you can spend $100 to find out what's happening? If you join my trading group, you get it for $60. You get 40% off. So, shout out to Vidal Escobar in the house. Maker for gains, baby. My man nailing Maker DAO. Taking Maker DAO for gains. Something about Maker recently has been hot, right? It's been hot. It did push out since we put it out, but now I'm waiting for it to reset here. See the 4 hour and the daily? Daily's getting really, really overbought. So I'm watching the daily for a pullback here back to the 21 SMA. But still, even after that pullback, it looks like Maker DAO could make some bigger gains. Kind of a bigger cup and handle in waiting for Maker DAO. All right. Shout out to Abdominal Bread Man Spaghetti Rigetti in the house. I love you, Kyle. God bless you, Ben. Hey, I've been here in a while. You looking good, man. Haven't been here in a while. Thank you, man. Facebook getting money, man. God bless you, brother. Thank you. Am I looking good? What is it about it? Man, am I right? The gray on the black. The gray on the black was a good look today. And the fluorescent kind of tie. These ties, man, they make them out of, who knows what they make them out of now. Plastic, for crying out loud. They'll make them out of anything. Always got the fat, chubby Windsor. Well, thank you so much, man. God bless you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Always looking good, my man. Thank you, Fidel. I appreciate it. Looking snazzy. Can't lie. One-on-one is real nice, though. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you saying that. Always looking fresh, my man. You're glowing. Seize the day, man. You're funny, man. Crypto Billy, I love you, bro. You're funny, man. Hearts for Crypto Billy. We love you, Mr. Smothers. And God bless your dad, man. R.I.P. to your father, man. More subs, stay eating. God bless Denola. Hey, man, can you check out CRV? We'll take a look at CRV. Send in a super chat for TA and Deep Dive, though. God bless Sam to your family as well. Thank you, Mike Bryan. I love you, man. CRV looking like a possible bottom. I hear Michael Buffer saying abdominal name every time. It accentuates your eyes. Shout out to Big Wick Energy, man. You're stupid, man. RIP to all our pops who passed. I'm with you all, man. Stack McChange, man. I love you, man. RIP to all our pops who have passed, man. RIP to all our pops who have passed. May they stay fly forever, baby. Celebrate my dad, Jimmy, and your dad, and Mr. Smothers, and all the awesome fathers out there that have blessed us over time. Amen. Thought about my dad a lot today, in a good way, and I didn't have any pain, and I was able to think about him in just a regular light. But I miss my dad. My pops passed when I was 16. That's tough, man. See, every time I say it, I hear a story like that, and I'm blessed that I had my dad till I was 40 years old. Shout out to Peter Echo, man. It's been a while, Peter. We love you. RIP to our dads, bro. Amen. Amen. All right. What's going on, babe? All right. Billy, we love you, man. All right, so moving on. Moving on to the tightness, right? And I got a lot of things that I put out in the trading group that I'm still watching closely to this day. Dusk actually came back down, man, all the way from that 28. Holding a new lower low, though, like the rest of the market. We took a look at the total market cap today, too. The live stream this morning was in depth, man. We went through a lot of stuff. Really broke it down. Really broke it down. Like, unbelievable. Gold Fever NGL. Remember that? I don't know if you remember that coin. It just came out. SKL scale was, attempting to make a higher low here. It did get a bit of a bounce. It's hanging at the 886 retracement. You really don't get lower than that. So it kind of tells me that you got to get a bit of a bounce at one point here, somewhere to the upside. Scale. I like the project. I think it can go somewhere, I don't know, a little bit, but, Someone asking about Casper, and let's take a look at Caspa too as well on MEXC Global. Casper was just getting tight on this 4 hour. There's a chance it could have been breaking out. It pumped up. It actually moved pretty nicely on the 4 hour. To me, it broke that trend line. You could say it's still in there. No way. It broke out, retested, and then pumped to the upside. It's back to 39. It's attempting to breach yet again. This thing is a wicked willy. Today it made this flag, and this was the trade, right? And there's the length of your pole. You have a golden cross about to come here on the daily, on the 1 hour, I'm sorry. And that tells me that this thing could continue to pump. Got a little bit of bearish divergence that formed, but man, oh man, this thing is getting crazy. So I'd flag it out on the 7 because it's so close to price discovery. If it just continues to get enough of a pump and it gets into that area, it really has no resistance right now. Like if you look at it on the 12 hour and you look left, it's battling with the left high here, this area here at $4. But if we look far left, I mean, this is the only resistance Caspa has right here. And it's like wicking. It's like so close. So it comes back down to support, which it already retested in my humble opinion and bounced from. This thing has bounced off the previous support with wickage and buy pressure. And it's just interesting to me how big this thing wants to get. All right. Daily wants to ride. Like if you look at the daily, it's close to the 200S, the 21 SMA, already got the bounce out and is ready to rock on the stochastics with lack of bearish momentum. I mean, this thing says it wants to continue to move to the upside. If I delete everything and I just look at this, I mean, that's a flag on the daily that wants to move. And that's got a big pause. No, you know. So again, I believe we got ourselves a winner here. This daily wants to rip to 5.7. That would be price discovery. 46% on a swing trade. I mean, this thing is looking absolutely lovely to me. Caspa, baby. Caspa. Look at the daily with the curve. Lack of bearish momentum. No real bearish divergence yet. RSI could rip one more big time. We break this resistance. We are gone. We are gone. You break that resistance, we are gone. You understand? There's nothing. And honestly, the handle doesn't have to be that big. This is a cup with a handle. Just has a tiny little handle. I mean, that's a cup and handle right there that could blast you to the moon. So don't be surprised when you see Caspa up 46, 50%. And you heard it here first in the channel. All right? I'm just saying. And we focus, right now, yeah, there's not tons of coins every 5 seconds. But we know where the money is. And we're focused on the gains. Right? And we're focused on where we could see some gains. Alien Worlds, TLM, used to trade this on and off. In a bit of a falling wedge here. Finally making a higher low. You got yourself a bit of an uptrend. Right? Back to the top, and it's oversold. High risk for sure. I'm not saying, oh, jump on in a second, but there's a chance this could make a nice break to the upside. Really, how much lower could it go? 21%. I mean, hey, things can go lower, but you got the looming 21 where you pump up to. You went to the value area lows, and you're about to go through a gap, which you could gap up to this volume area, which has liquidity right there. So there could be a move on TLM. I'd watch TLM closely. All right. DigiByte keeps coming up on the radar for whatever reason. Not my favorite coin, but it's an oldie. It's an old coin we used to trade a lot more back in the day. I feel like it fell out of the pattern, broke back inside, right? And now it has the lane. Daily's a little too high for me. 4-hour time frame kind of wants to make a move. It is getting tighter in the zone. It's interesting. DigiByte. Thinking of adding to my XCAD bag. Not asking for financial advice, just some TA. Thanks for all you do. Let's take a look at XCAD and what it's doing. Shout out to Dopamine Wave Pool, man. God bless you, brother. And that just wasn't enough water. I was so hydrated. Dehydrated, I should say. I wasn't high. I was dehydrated. I needed to hydrate. So I talked about how this could break out parabolic. And I put this out before it broke out. Remember? I don't know if you do. This thing went out. Another 14% gains. All right. How did I know that it had some gas left? Well, it's the way you look at the charts, the way I've seen parabolic breakouts. It started to follow that idea. It started to become, See, it may continue here. So look, XCAD has a parabolic feel to it on the daily, has room to go. The 4-hour may get pressed, but less likely the play is to wait on the 4-hour to get oversold. It's also tokemetrics as a buzz, and it's been moving hard, right? And it looked like it could break to the upside here out of this and make that gain. Lo and behold, it did do that. It didn't hit the target. It got rejected and sold off, but it got a big pump the upside. You did see bearish divergence as this RSI was higher than this RSI, and you would have to swing this to the downside while this swung sharply to the upside. And lo and behold, you were going to get a pullback from that idea. But we did get a nice pump that followed through out of this channel, and we began to attempt to make the parabola. Now, we technically kind of broke the parabola or came at least close to it, So, XCAD, let's take a look. If I was in this big time, I mean, it's got extended. It really did. It's on a very nice run since June 30th. So 1 month, right? From June 30th to July, it's up 117% gains. Came back down about 100% right now. I've had no issues whatsoever on KuCoin. I follow Lifer's lead on both KuCoin and MEXC. Both fine for me. Use his links. Wow, KuCoin's still good for you? You're super lucky, man. I don't know how you do it. Sam, can you please give me your vision on Marlin/Pond? Thank you. Gotta send in a super chat for TA and deep dive. I used to use KuCoin for years with no issues, even after the KYC event. Interesting. Even after the KYC event. Really? That's crazy. I don't think I can make a trade on KuCoin anymore. You know what I mean? I really don't. It says it knows where I'm at or something. Greetings all, late, but I've got here. Moving never stops this time of year. hey, we got to keep on moving, man. Retest 29,200. So XCAD, let's look at it on the daily. So it pumped on the daily nicely. It's coming down to reset, but it probably, to me, has some more reset to do. Whenever price action get this far from the 21-day moving average, it's going to have to come back. All right, beautiful pump here. This may not come all the way back to the regular fibs, but to me, something has to brew here. Channeling, I see a pullback. You know, it's been going up for, 30 days straight, almost every single day, right? And it came back. It finally got to a big resistance. Whoa. What'd you just do? I don't know what happened over there. I don't know how that happened. But it finally came back to a resistance here. Right there, look. Bounce. Came back above, fell, and boom, it came right there. Previous support, new resistance. So you take profit at that resistance. A smart person does. No emotions. You just do exactly what the support of resistance tells you to do. You would have nailed it. Now, the daily's resetting. It's not the worst in the world. But the 3-day chart, look at the 3-day, the one that we love. Beautiful pump. It's got to reset somewhat, right? The daily has to reset a little bit. It may not be this big. It may be smaller. We don't know exactly what's going to happen. But I'd look for a pullback here before and I'd be taking some profits. It does look like you can get a big move here out of this to the upside. As there's your next resistance zone. You can get all the way up there. And you do kind of have a weak, you got to, technically, you can move all the way up to these high volume nodes because you kind of have lack of liquidity in these zones here too. So I'd be waiting on XCAD to form some more bullish consolidation on the bigger time frame before I decided to jump back in. All right, nice pump for Bitcoin. The inverted head and shoulder did play out as we spoke, right? Look at that. Had you just played the charts the way you're supposed to play them, you'd be in the money right now, even on a Monday night, right? And I like that we broke out. So far so good, and we broke above the resistance. We had to. Bitcoin had to break above this to even begin to be called some type of bullish tone. And now the 7-minute time frame goes for the 200 SMA. Very likely that it gets there. Whenever these get tight and close, price action loves to pump up to the 200 SMA. Get to know your friend, get to understand this concept. But shout out to my people. Someone did point out the inverted head and shoulder. I saw it as fast as they did. There you go. And so far, even if that's all the pump you get, you can move that to break even. You'd still make some gains there on a leverage trade. So shout out to anyone that did or did not take that trade. We're able to find the shapes and find the plays that matter on the channel every single day. God bless everybody here. Maker 15-minute is wild right now. Let's take a look at Maker on the 15. It better be wild. People tell me that, and then I look at it and it's not wild, and I'm like, it's just consolidating up or down. I wouldn't touch it, like I told you before. Bigger time frames. Now, let's see. Possibly a small flag here that could break on out, I guess. But you got a raw bearish div here. A real nice one. And a bit of a rising wedge that I feel is breaking to the downside. Right? And the daily's very overbought, pointing down. I wouldn't touch this till the daily comes back to the 21 SMA. Yeah, I don't care what the 15 minutes doing. Short played out this afternoon. God bless you, Sam, the man. Shout out to BG, man. I love you, man. I did call short this morning on the live. It didn't look good. So, link to MEXC. Zach, get a safe, pal. Amen. They have mobile wallet as well. Everybody, please open up a MEXC account. Join the trading group so I can help you. All right. My time is valuable. $3 a day. Cough up to $3 so I can kick it with you every single day and show you every single thing that I got. I'll give it to you. I'll give you everything I got, and we will learn together no matter what. Short played out earlier. Thank you. God bless you, brother. If you want to learn, be around the people that do something every single day till it rubs off on you until you get it. You want to be consistent, be around consistent people. You want to be disciplined, find disciplined people. You want to trade, find people that trade every day. Be in a group of traders. You know what I mean? Join the group that matters. Join a group of people that care. So, bang. The group has just been out of control. So, we doubled in the bear market. It's got to tell you something. We did not crumble and cry when things got tough and hard. We were able to figure it out and make it happen. HIFLUF fell out of the pattern, as you can see. It doesn't always go beautifully. That one did not make it. Another one bites the dust, right? Funny, stellar lumens, bearish divergence, right? You see that? Just, man, making a bit of a flag here, though. Whenever I see messiness like that, 3-day chart says, hey, you need to cool off. And, like, we could just kind of wait for the 3-day to kind of do something different here. 618, and then it can get a bounce. It's all about, the 3-day teaches you patience. It really does. But it teaches you how to make a lot of money. But it also, most people, some never get the patience to learn how to use the 3-day. There was a time in my life where I didn't think I would ever be able to use the 3-day. I just didn't. It was too hard for me, you know? Like, it just didn't make sense. I couldn't wait out the time periods. I wasn't mature enough. I didn't have the patience for the 3-day chart. I just did not. It's clear as day. So Cardano seems to have double bottomed here at 24 cents. I bought more Cardano at these lows. I just felt like I had to. 3-day chart's a little overbought for me, but getting far away from that 200 SMA, we could get a pump there. I like this double bottom for Cardano, but it is in a bit of a descending triangle, right? I wonder if it could go even lower to -10. Nah, see, when the measured move gives you -7 cents, then it likely can't make the measured move. So you're hoping for some type of bounce here, but I believe that is going to be your temporary. I don't. It's highly likely based on this chart that you're going to be your bottom for Cardano. If that DeFi perp can get back up there and some of these can recover, we get that pump for Bitcoin. Some of it can fall back into the bigger altcoins. We can start to see somewhat of a move here. So Solana still in the flag. Let's talk about Solana because I figured it might have broken out over the weekend. We never got the love. We never got that mix. We never got the move. Let's take a look at the 4-hour Solana. So this was the chart. It tried to break out, came back down, and just kind of stumbled. Rolled over for sure. So let's take a look here. Solana got no love. My alert went off. Nothing really happened. I almost have to say it's in a broadening wedge now because there's just no other way to really call it. And attempting to double bottom now, right? It's like falling wedge Bitcoin may have made on the 4-hour. Daily's very oversold, but messy pattern. And I delete everything on the daily and the moving average, and I just attempt to look at price action. I mean, at the end of the day, all you got is really, could you be in a flag that you broke down out of and you broke back inside, and now you want to break on out? If you can save this point of control here, if you can not, if you can bounce, these two areas are attempting to hold support for Solana. 2180 and, Aquanaut, we love you, man. 3-day takes mad patience. Sol recovered from 13 to 25 pretty quickly. It's probably out of steam. Has to consolidate for a while. I know, that was a massive move. Boom, look at that. To 32 even. Now it's coming back down. 618 fib probably, right? Is probably most likely going to happen. Hot Chickens wants his money at Long Shadow. You guys are funny, man. You owe Charles money when it goes negative. You guys are funny. Pepe started to move off of the 4-hour bullish divergence. Pepe, really? I mean, I see Pepe on that bigger channel. We haven't really moved it since then, right? And its falling wedge is getting tighter. It's only a matter of time till it gets a break to the upside. Let's see. Yeah, swing down, a swing down. Yep, you got that beautiful bullish divergence in the 4-hour time frame. Does suggest you can make a higher low, a higher high inside that's in the divergence. You break that high, then you get a move out of here, then you break this level. This can be significant because bounce, bounce, bounce resistance. Can you break through that to the upside? PEPE straight starting to move off the just did a 4-hour TA sesh on all the dominances, and total. We're about to have a good time. Dollar crypto. Thank you for saying that. Can you post every single thing that you did post to the trading group so I can then take the night off? So DAG likes to move, and DAG's been doing something interesting, right? And I'm watching this here now for DAG. Symmetrical triangle beginning to form. They do break down more than I see them break up, but by law, they're a 50% pattern. And this thing is getting oversold on the 4, and I could see a bounce back to the upside. It breaches this resistance. DAG could make some gains. DAG likes to pump with DSLA and AGIX. I've seen DAG, DSLA, AGX all kind of pump around the same time, you know, a little time before. It's weird. So I got an alert now. I'm watching DAG with an alert here. I'll post this to the trading group. When I post alerts, it means to set the alert. I'll come back to the trade if I believe it's viable. If not, the alert might just set and I might not say nothing, you know. I can't go over every single alert. But this could bounce off the channel. Aggressive entry could be now. Let me look at my 1 hour if it's both oversold. Man, it's got momentum. 50 minutes. So I'd wait for the 50 minute to reset. I take momentum on the 1 hour with the reset 15. And a chance it's making an M and it dumps to the downside. And you break down too. But the tight moving averages, the high volume node, you broke up through there. It tells me we can get a big move coming here. So DAG looks interesting to me. The daily also could possibly get a move. 12 hour, 8 hour, 6 hour. Interesting. Constellation. All right. Litecoin 3L, the trade we gave recently, pumped, gave it all back, but we nailed it for 12%. Held it for a while too before it gave it all back today. Synapse was the hot coin to look at, if you remember that. Synapse. Let's see what it's been doing. I just remembered it. It's on the back of my mind. Still just holding that trend line. Hasn't broken it yet. Pretty boring price action if you ask me. Oversold in the daily. It has to break back above that 200 SMA and that resistance to take it seriously at all. Litecoin having soon, but we kind of already revisited that idea. A lot of times by now it's already getting sold off. Shout out to the 412 people on the live, 239 likes. Thank you for jumping on in. My name is Samuel James Price. My name is the Crypto Lifer. Every single day I go over cryptocurrency. And I do a live stream since February of 2021 without a day off. And we go over multiple altcoins, Bitcoin dominance, Bitcoin, total 1, 2, or 3, the DXY, the dollar, S&P futures, NASDAQ futures if you want sometimes too as well. You name it, we got it, we get it in. And 3L tokens on KuCoin. You know, we leverage on MEXC, you name it, we do it. Jump on in today. I greatly like to see you in the trading group or just kind of hanging out on the live stream. BRISE has been hot, right? Daily's resetting, but the 4 hour looks interesting to me. I talked about it today to my trading group. I said, you know, that 4 hour could make a move, but I don't like what the daily's doing, right? But we'll continuously watch this kind of more, at least it's somewhat consolidating here. BRISE, which is bigger, which is getting more and more price action, more and more just kind of liquidity, more people talking about it, more people using the blockchain. So interesting. Like in PEPE 4 reset, might double bottom on the daily, oversold. I'm holding PEPE long term for the bull run. We'll see what happens. Really nothing else to think about for me. I don't oversell that stuff. We nailed it when it was time because it was pumping on Twitter and I knew it was hot and I was able to take advantage. We never know what's going to come. We didn't know PEPE was going to come, but we were able to make gains, right? So shout out to everybody too. In the trading group, we posted the token metrics information. Token metrics is posted every single Monday. So jump on into the group and get that token metrics data immediately, all right, while you can before everyone else gets it. Get that information fast and furiously. And that's part of the trading group. If you jump on in, we get you with so much awesome stuff. I talk about Voyager breaking out. I put it in this little flag, and Voyager's just continued to pump to the upside. It got acquired, remember, by another company. Did that have something to do with the pump? Interesting. And now you got a bit of a symmetrical triangle here for VGX. Do have that Adam and Eve double top. See how that's got the triangle with that? I don't like that at all. The 1 hour wants to move. The 12 hours very overbought. So I wouldn't touch this thing. Even if it looks good in the smaller time frames, I'd pull a fib and wait out the daily. You just got to learn patience. And somehow, some way, this is going to have to reset at one point and come and touch the 21-day moving average. The more you test this, the more you will believe it. But I know it to be true for like 90%, 98, 95% chance price action is going to make it back down and come kiss that 21-day moving average. I'll put an alert on it. When the alert hits, we can revisit it. I'll be like, remember that day we talked about VGX? You know, what I'll do is I'll put a line the day we talked about it, like right here. I was like, remember when we talked about it on the 30th of July, the 31st of July? It was the last day of July. It was the monthly candle close. Boom. Bitcoin about to rip our pants off. Shout out to Fidel, man. We love you, man. And there we go. We hit the target of the inverted head and shoulder. Congrats to everybody. And that's how simple trading can be, okay? You don't have to overthink it. You don't have to be crazy about it. You don't have to freak out. You just have to continuously trade the odds over and over again. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. We were oversold in stochastics. It did not matter. They kept pumping to the upside. And when the moving averages are tight, I teach this to my students, and we do it on multiple time frames. Price action loves to pump up to the 200 SMA. Where did the take profit come? Where are you starting to see wick? At the 200 SMA. What do you do now? Well, you look at the smaller time frames. And now we make a flag on the 1 minute because price action is pumping pretty hard and fast on the 7. If the 1 minute can recover and stay inside a flag, touch the 21 inside of what's called a continuation pattern, then the 1 minute has a chance of getting to 29,385 to the upside. All right. Bitcoin going to pump Casper to 6 cents tonight. Anything could happen. I'd be super excited if that does, but I don't want to get my hopes up. I'm a million times grateful for your education. Fidel, I love you, man. Sammy, calling it live every time. So smooth, Sammy. Crypto Bear Baker, I love you, man. I'm kind of a high-profile frog collector now. Hey, I feel you. Why don't you throw me a couple frogs and I won't tell nobody about it, all right? You throw me some frogs and I won't tell anyone about all the frogs you got, all right? So I will keep all the frogs off your back. We'll make a deal, huh? You and me, huh? Nobody knows about the frogs, all right? Just send me a couple frogs, and I'll protect. You send me a couple frogs, and I'll make sure my guys protect you from getting frogged. You know what I mean? You don't want to lose your frogs now, do you? The nice thing about this is we broke through a big resistance, and we took out the swing low here of that bullish divergence this morning. Ended up making that bullish divergence too, and these lows would pan on out with this rounded bottom. The inverted head and shoulder was our ticket to the upside. It was clear as day on the 7-minute chart. It had a measured move, which we hit exactly to the target. How do we get the measured move? We took the length of the pole from wick to wick, put it on the neckline, and that's exactly where price action was supposed to go. Shoulder, head, and a right shoulder. How does it do this? Why does it do this? I don't know. I do not care. All I know is that it does this over and over and over again. You need some frogs, Lifer. You're missing out. I know, man. Let me get some. I just asked for some. Nobody, don't say no to me. Let's not get too froggy now. All right, let's not leap to conclusions. Get it? Get it? Leapfrog. Oh, this guy. Hey, listen. I don't want to jump all over the place. Hey, don't get leggy with me. But not one of my frogs, man. Hey, I'm more bullish than a bullfrog over here. You can say anything you want, and it's funny. Watch. I like mayonnaise. If you time it right. Like, I like ketchup. Anyway, if Bitcoin can flip the 200 SMA, this would be awesome. Right now, let's see if it can flip it on the 1 hour time frame. There's a chance we can get the move back to the upside. That low is still holding from Monday on 31st of the 24th of July, the 31st of July. That low right there to yesterday. But this low here is still holding, this wick low. I'm just fascinated by that. I really am. Wow, though, all you had to do is play the inverted head and shoulder. Nice and easy. Nothing crazy. And we got our move. Now, you're likely getting to get a pullback at this point. I mean, it's obvious to me, right? But we got the breakout, and we got the move. I'm feeling froggy, man. Don't frog away, you know? If you're feeling froggish. Where my friends at? Where are my friends at? Shout out to my froggy friends out in the house, man. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for coming on in. Appreciate GF Burt, Fidel, and everybody here on the live. So, MEXC, we already decided it's the place to be. You can buy and sell cryptocurrency spot free. You'd be like, no, you can't. That's a lie. Look, 0% spot maker and taker fees. I can't believe it. Use the link in the description below, the pinned link, to join MEXC Global today. I'm telling you right now. We also have a futures trading course. Take that course this Sunday from 12 p.m. with my man, Master Friend. I found an amazing leverage trader that loves a certain specific trading style. He took some of my style, which made him better, kept enhancing himself, and then he used that to get to the next level, right? So look, even on here, on the 5-minute chart, we could have played this inverted head and shoulder and been up massively for gains. I usually do, all right? It's just been a long day. But 10% gains, that's 3% right there off the bat on a 10x leverage trade to the upside. Raise the stop loss to break even, and you got no worries. So I like what's going on here for Bitcoin. Nice pump above the 200 SMA on the 5-minute time frame. So the 5-minute did get above the 200 SMA. One time frame did make that move. Let's see if we can hold above that zone to the upside. Wow, Bitcoin getting another pump here. And this is a short squeeze. Let's bring out BOOKMAP and take a look at what's happening. And let's look for some of these squeezes. We did see liquidity to the upside. It did call our name, 29.5, 29.6. It even says, hey, we could get to 29.8 area. There's some liquidity up in here to 29.5 at least. We still got this big boy who sits down at 28,600, 28,500 that could really eat the longs, and they would get squeezed to the downside. A little bit of a short squeeze here, 25,000, 14 accounts, 7,000, 4 accounts. This is BOOKMAP. It shows us where people are actually getting liquidated. It's a heat map order book showing us where the most orders are. So very interesting. Bro, I'm telling you, bullish. I saying it a mile away, man. Master Friend is awesome individual. He has created an awesome leverage trading system. If you want to gain awesome insight on leverage trading, join the 99 and take his class on Sundays. When you know the language, you know the language. Fidel Escobar, man, I love you, brother. You became a lifer for life, man. You can see the vision. Sam, what is the best network to use to move USDT to MEXC? If you can, I use TRC20, Tron. Tron network costs very little. I use Tron to do all of my services for everything I do on the blockchain, all right? Bitcoin back above 29,300 after a lackluster day. False move Monday has occurred. False move Monday has occurred. I repeat, false move Monday has occurred, all right? Let's delete all our old work and take a look at where we stand yet again for the day. I mean, at the end of the day, uptrend, downtrend, we're just still inside a symmetrical triangle. Nothing has really changed, right? It's been symmetrical triangles on and off really for the last few weeks. The good thing is we hit the volume area low and we whipped back to the upside. We started to form a very strong support region at 29,000. All right. We formed a very strong resistance though here at 29,006. I'll put a Alt J there. 29,525. We've whipped up a few times. We have a nice resistance waiting for us. And then we have this 30,003 and 30,400 area that we must get back above to remain bullish. At the end of the day, this whole thing, to me, is a falling wedge that should break up 68% of the time with this fake out, break back inside the pattern. So 68% chance it breaks out if we just look at it for what it is, okay? The bearish tone is we can almost look at this like it's in a bear flag, right? Which I'm open-minded to, and that could be a nasty dump to the downside, all right? So only time will tell, but we would watch it closely. All right. 30,132. And then we have an area here at about 28,421. All right. So back into a symmetrical, nothing is crazy until Bitcoin can get back above 29,500, which is a major resistance. None of this means anything to me. It's a dog and pony show, and this is just up and down minutia. It was fun to see the 7-minute pump. Don't get me wrong. It's cool to call pumps and stuff like, oh, yay, yay, yay. We saw it, right? I mean, imagine zooming in that little and being able to see that. Years ago, I never would have saw that. Are you kidding me? Now I'm like spot on. I'm like, yeah, shoulder, head and shoulder to the upside. Nailed it. 200 SMA, tight moving averages. What do you mean? You couldn't see that? You know? Can you move TRC20 USD from Coinbase? I don't know if you can. That's a good question. I think they're pretty corny about their TRC20, their USD. I think they're all about... That's why you buy Stellar Lumens on Coinbase and you sell Stellar Lumens to your Max Global. Or you buy Solana on Coinbase and send Solana. Solana's super cheap and super fast. Solana's fast. Litecoin. Buy Litecoin on Coinbase and send it. That's super cheap and super fast. Then you can convert it back to US Tether. All right. Just use a really cheap coin. Litecoin super fast. XRP super fast. And super cheap. Okay. And then you can just convert. Yeah, a little bit of fee here and there, but from MEXC, it's 0 fees, so you won't even have to worry about the conversion process in the back end. You'd be pretty set to go. Pretty awesome, if you ask me. So there you have it. MEXC. That's what I used to send to MEXC currently. LTC the best to remove off exchanges. Yeah, Litecoin's fast, simple, and easy, everyone. All right. So let's see if Bitcoin can hold above the resistance that it just cleared at 29,259. It can't get, it goes back below that. Expect more downside. This is just a fake out breakout, but a nice pump so far, and a bit of a giant double bottom here on the bigger time frames. And the 4-hour flipping to the upside suggests we can get a move. However, we got to get above these levels. 29,500. We break that level and retest it. I would long all the way back up at least to 30,150, 30,300 area. So that's my update for Bitcoin and some of the other coins. MEXC to PayPal. I thought you couldn't buy anything with Bitcoin on Coinbase now. Are you serious? That's ridiculous. I hope that's not true. That would be ridiculous. Left KuCoin 3 weeks ago. Switched to MEXC. I don't regret it. I have to do the same, man. You know, I posted lovely Eno in the 99. What do you see? Crypto Lifer Coinbase doesn't support TRX, but Coinbase now supports USDT on Optimism, which is cheap and fast. So there you go. Done. What is the best way to withdraw crypto gains without getting taxed on it? I would never tell you to do that. I pay my taxes. You know what I mean? Like, don't ever, I love y'all, and if you appreciate me, don't come to my channel, a US citizen, and ask me how to do something that you know is wrong. You know what I mean? Let's get professional here. Let's get real, okay? I appreciate you, Jonathan Amja, and I don't know where you're from, but I pay my taxes, all right, and I do the right thing. So USDT Algorand KuCoin to MEXC. Look at that. That's easy too. See? All right, thanks, Lifer. I was trying to find a legal and better way to not pay tax. Oh my God. Thank you, Lifer. Frog Suit 00. We love you. Frog Suit. Are you serious? So nice pump. Rejection by what? The 200 SMA. Am I amazed? No. I teach my students this all the time. You would expect that and been like, yep, that's exactly what we should have seen. Let's take a look at our baby lovely Eno on MEXC here for US Tether. Right off the bat, I see a nice channel. All right, so let's take a look here. Right off the bat on the 7, I see this. You know, if I see another symmetrical triangle, though, I'm about to throw. I've never seen so many in like the last 2 weeks. It's like constant. It's symmetrical, 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 symmetrical triangle after symmetrical triangle. I do so much TA, my head explodes. I go to sleep at night and all I can hear is TA in my mind. It's like TA, 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 TA. Like, am I really live again tonight? When I thought I had to go live tonight, I was like, man, it's going to be another night. Another long one, baby. 19% gains coming out of lovely Eno. Possibly a bottom with a bullish divergence there. Very strong bullish. Swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down. 7-minute held, just like Bitcoin did that time there. Let's take a look at our 1 hour time frame. Getting tight, overbought, not a good sign. Needs to either go sideways or it's going to dump. 4-hour time frame does want to pump back up, but it's loose. You got a lot of wicks and it's tough. Let's take a look at our bigger time frames and just see what happened here. It did collapse right after a nice big pump to the upside. It's a meme coin. What do you expect? Lovely Inu. Back to the 886 retracement, which is a good place for usually a bit of a bounce, V-shape recovery, something of that nature. However, it is a meme. It could just kind of go to zero and get rugged. You never know. It's attempting to put in resistance, a support, which it did bounce. Moving averages, to me, need to get a little tighter. But you could try to like start to say it's attempting to make this falling wedge. It's just not an amazing wedge. I'm not a fan of it. Kind of look at that shoulder, head, right shoulder, dump. See that? Neckline would have been diagonal neckline. I just want to teach you. Wick to wick would have been your, you know, and then boom. That's where you're headed. To the downside, maybe. Now you could be even making a bear flag here. What if you end up going lower? Testing the lows. Does look like it can get a nice bounce though at one point. I'm just not a fan. High risk, high reward for this coin. Wait for the 1 hour at least to reset. I wouldn't touch it for at least 6 to 7 hours. Hope you're doing well. Blur month on the radar. Passing on life revision. Blessed y'all. Blur monthly on the radar. Blur on the monthly? That coin didn't have enough data to get a monthly candle, in my humble opinion. I mean, got sold off. Just came right back down to a fib level. I guess you could pull a fib on it. Oh, the wick is crazy though. I'm not doing that. But Blur just kept getting sold off. It's like the corporate creepy NFT. I don't know, descending triangle. 2-day chart says it can bounce back to the upside, but it's gone through one cycle with barely any price action movement. Heavy resistance. If it breaks above there, I would take it seriously at 45, right? Full moon is tomorrow, which tells us we could get a bit of pump for Bitcoin too as well. All right, the Bitcoin holding 29,288. Can't really hold his own. Don't get too excited. We show you what's happening for Bitcoin. We're in that symmetrical triangle. We're going to be tight in that throughout the night. I'm still in MEXC token. I still got a couple things that I posted to the trading group that I'm watching closely that can make a break to the upside. All right. Gold made a nice move. Little flag there. Gold could continue. I wouldn't be surprised if it did or did not. I'd be surprised if it did. I want to see gold make a move. I wouldn't be surprised if it did. I want to make that clear. I said did or did not, but I want to be clear if it did. Morpheus Labs to me is waiting for a big pump. It's just taking its time. SKEY's also tight for me. I've been watching SKEY in the tight zone. I got an alert on it. It's just consolidating very nice on the 2-day chart. I could see a move coming out of this thing, at least to the 200 SMA, and then we can see what happens from there. But just getting tighter and tighter. SKEY, possible gainer. And how much could it gain? Let's take a look. Yeah, possible 18% gains coming out of SKEY. You get above that point of control, it can really come to the value area highs. So I'm watching SKEY with an alert there too as well. DMTR, Demetra on KuCoin. So last time we watched Demetra, we watched it in that wedge that never fully broke out, got tighter, and just kind of went down in the zone. It's in that 706 retracement. Moving averages are getting tight. Giant cup with a handle in a way. I say it's only a matter of time till this thing breaks out. I like the project. I would DCA into this at these times. And wow, back to 3 cents, but we were getting in back when it was like a penny. So, and then it ran all the way up to 9 cents only and came back down all the way to 3 cents, lost about, 60%, 70% of its gains. So I like where it's at. To me, it's a good accumulation zone with the 200 SMA curving and the pointed up 2-day chart too as well with the lack of bearish momentum on the MACD. I believe in this chart. I would easily DCA into here, but that's me. I don't know if you have that same belief and if you've done that research into Demetra. Again, that's why I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. You know what I mean? Because I don't know your financial situation. I know mine. Like, I know if I could risk 100 grand on something and how long I could wait for it. I don't know what you know, I don't know if you can swing. I don't know. I don't know your skill set. So many reasons why I would not be able to tell you what to do with your money. All right. Everyone, I love you. Have a wonderful night. Stay blessed. I am out at 9:24. I'm exhausted. These nights have been just long. These summer days have been long. Kids have been home running around, and the charts too. The charts have been kind of draining. So I made 900% off DMTR back when we found it in the group. I know, isn't that amazing? Thing was unbelievable. Like, what a call. What a call, man. And we'll find more. It's coming again. Games for a living still on my radar. We did want it to reset there. It did that on the daily time frame, getting nicely oversold. I mean, I like this thing. Higher lows and getting tighter in the zone. I wouldn't be surprised if it made another big 88% push. Games for a living. We got in back in the zone. We're still holding gains on this thing to the upside. 4-hour time frame wants to make a move in a flag. Bottom of the channel. Could easily bounce back to the top of the channel. But I'm watching games for a living. Could take a long time. But it's on my radar as well. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Everybody, thank you for being here. Seize the day. After Hours Investing. Crypto Bear Baker, GF Burke, and all the lovely people. Steven Jimenez, we love you all. Thank you for jumping on in. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here, and I will see you tomorrow on another live stream. 10 a.m. We'll be back ready to rock. Can't wait to take this tie off and relax. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Stay blessed, and I'll catch you on the next live stream. Crypto is life, baby. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for everything. God bless.